Okay, Mrs. Grant, now that we've gone through how to operate your CPAP, we're going to go ahead and go through the mask that the sleep study suggested for you. Does this mask look familiar?
Yes, it does.
This is called the MIRAGE QUATRO full face mask. The reason the sleep study suggested this mask for you is because it's a full face mask. It covers both the nose and the mouth. It allows you to breathe through either, whatever's most comfortable. You don't have to worry about your mouth popping open or a stuffy nose, which is a nice option. There's a few things about this mask that I'd like you to know. The first is this, is your spout. It's where your hose is going to hook onto. Your hose has a rubber tip. It slides on to that connection just like so. This also acts as a quick release on the mask. It allows you to just give a tug on the hose, releasing the mask from the hose. You can go about your business, come back, and just snap that back on. This is nice because you don't have to take the whole mask off and then come back in the dark, half asleep, and try to connect everything back together and get the mask seated in the right place. It's a nice option. Why don't you go ahead and go through that for me. Slow and steady wins the race. Very nice. Very well done. I think you're a pro. The next option is your exhalation port on the front of the mask. There's always going to be air coming from this port. The air's got to go somewhere when you exhale. So don't think you've sprung a leak. There's always air coming from there. Our next option is up top here. It's a dial. And it allows you to dial that forehead pad out. You can see as we dial that forehead pad moves away from the mask. What this does is it angles the mask off the bridge of the nose and brings pressure down onto the chin. This prevents breakdown on the bridge of the nose, which is the most common problem with this type of mask. Now, the one thing you do want to watch out for is you don't want to dial it out too far, as you'll get leaks into your eyes. So it's a touchy adjustment, but one that you can adjust yourself. So if you start to feel there's too much pressure on the bridge of your nose and start to get skin breakdown and whatnot, you just want to dial that dial out until you get a little bit of a leak into your eyes, and then you want to dial it back one notch to stop that leak. And that should be a perfect fit, allowing enough pressure down here and not too much pressure up top. I'm going to let you go ahead and fiddle with that for just a moment. Righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. Do you understand the mechanics behind that?
Yes, thank you.
Our next option, on the front of the mask, there's two tabs, one on each side of the mask. You can see that there's slots, indicating that your fingers should go there at some point. If you put a finger on each of those tabs, pinch in, and push, you can take that silicone seal right out of the mask. Now, the reason for that is for cleaning. The manufacturer suggests that you clean it once a day. It's good to do it at the same time every day. Make it a routine and a habit. You want to use a mild hand soap or dish soap, something that won't scratch that silicone, as that will affect the seal to your face. Another nice thing is that insurance will allow you to replace this seal once a month. So if you get leaks in your mask, the first thing you want to do is tighten it and make it so tight that it leaves indentations in your face and your coworkers make fun of you and everybody knows that you wear a CPAP. Don't do that. Call me and get a new seal, as insurance will replace it once a month. Do you understand?
Yes.
How often can you get a new seal?
Once a month.
How often should you clean the seal?
Every day.
Every day. With what?
Mild soap.
Exactly. To put this back together, there's a groove around the outside edge of the mask. You're going to take this seal, you can see it has a plastic rim. You're going to insert that plastic rim into the groove around the outside of the mask. There's 3 points to push, one at the bottom and one on each side, the tabs that you pinched at the beginning. Just push one at a time, they'll click into place. And then I like to take my finger and just run it around the edge of the mask to ensure that the seal is within the groove. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind showing me how to do it?
Sure.
We'll go ahead and pop this loose, make it easier to handle. Nicely done. The last option I'd like to show you is the fasteners. They're very simple. There's a receptacle on each side of the mask. Each receptacle has a clasp, and all you do is slide that clasp into the receptacle to attach it. You can hear it click into place. To release it, you just grasp the clasp on either side, pinch, and remove. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Can you show me?
Sure.
Very good. It's going to take some time to be able to do this in bed, so I suggest that you stand in front of the mirror and practice. Feel the receptacle, feel the clasp going into the receptacle, and you'll get it down to a science. We're now going to attach the mask to you, get a good seal, hopefully, and see how it feels for you.